Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Please be seated. On behalf of the University of Strathclyde, I welcome you all here today to this wonderful Barony Hall for today's congregation for the conferment of degrees. This is a day of celebration for our graduates, but it's also a day of celebration for your families and your loved ones who have travelled from all over the world to come here to Glasgow today. It's a day of celebration for the university, for our staff, our professional services staff, and our academics who have accompanied you through your journey at Strathclyde. Now, this is a day of traditions. You all have a cloak that you're wearing, and you have your hood. And this tradition goes all the way back to the very start of universities, when universities had no buildings of their own, and they used to have classes in large edifices like this without any heating. And so the students used to wear a cloak to keep themselves hot, and the hood to keep the rain off their hair. And I think that maybe this was originated in Glasgow, if you look at this weather today. There's also another tradition. In a few moments, each of you will come up onto the stage, and I will have the honour of capping you. And the capping tradition originates 2,000 years ago in China, but it was adopted again at the very beginning of the university system to signify a mark of achievement, a mark of status. And that is where the mortarboard comes from. And if you look at paintings around the time, the 13th century, the 14th century, you'll see people of status wearing hats similar to the types of mortarboards and the caps that you see today. So it is a day of celebration, and you've all come many thousand miles to see your loved one go through this very special occasion. So don't be shy in applauding them and joining in the celebration. I also ask that a number of you here have come 3,000-4,000 miles from Southeast Asia, from Africa, from North America, and you may not have the family here in Glasgow, but your family's watching it on our live stream. So if someone comes up and there's not a lot of applause, then I ask you all to join in even louder to applaud them, and their families will see that and see what it's like to be a Strathclyder. It's a special day today. We have our honorary graduate, Alexis J., who will be presented later for an honorary degree. But we also have the first cohort of the Strathclyde Iberdrola MBA. And that is a collaboration between Iberdrola, Strathclyde, and Comillas Pontifical University in Madrid. And I'll tell a little bit more about that in my speech later on. So without further ado, I declare this congregation for the conferment of degrees open, and I ask Jennifer Davidson to present our honorary graduate.
Professor Hillier, I have the great pleasure to present to you Alexis J., OBE, for the degree of Doctor of the University. And this is such a pleasure for me because I cannot imagine anyone more deserving of this honor and recognition. Alexis is an influential and respected expert in the field of social work and social policy throughout Scotland, the UK, and Europe, and is passionately committed to improving services for vulnerable people. And I'm sure Alexis will be known to you already on the basis of her leadership of the independent inquiry into child sexual exploitation in Rotherham. Her authoring of the inquiry report, published last year, has drawn global attention to these very difficult issues. Like you, I have been deeply moved to learn of the brutal experiences of at least 1,400 young people who were victims of child sexual exploitation and who were seriously let down by public services. And I was deeply impressed by the immense courage and humanity that Alexis demonstrated in the way she conducted and reported on these violations. The integrity with which Alexis undertook her investigation, without fear or favor, and the credibility of the report itself clearly reflect her deep commitment to the values of social justice and human rights. Alexis' report has shifted the landscape of our national social conscience as we have collectively awakened to the problem of child abuse. In Rotherham alone, this new awareness sparked resignations of several senior leaders, revised protocols, created new ways to access justice for some survivors, and initiated further investigations. The independent child sexual abuse inquiry into UK institutions' handling of their duties to protect children is now underway, led by the Honourable Lowell Goddard, with Alexis is one of 3 panel members. In Scotland, Alexis' influence on ministers and others has resulted in a higher profile and focus on these problems. We are fortunate to have Alexis not only as a visiting professor here at Strathclyde University, but also as the independent chair of our Centre for Excellence for Looked After Children, CELSIS, which has brought CELSIS alongside key stakeholders to find best responses to these problems. As director of CELSIS, I'm confident that the far-reaching impact of this Rotherham report certainly has yet to be fully felt. Throughout the Rotherham investigation, Alexis' strength of character allowed her to withstand the pressures of vested interest to ensure that vulnerable children would be listened to and action taken. This position of conscience illustrates her values-driven career, the importance of good leadership, of social justice and inclusion, of encouraging the voices of those least empowered in society to be heard. It is a career marked by what we like to claim as social work values, but Alexis is informed by far more than the social work field. To her social work qualifications, one of being from our very own Jordan Hill College, Alexis added a Master's of Business Administration to bridge these different spheres, embracing the values of good governance, accountability, efficiencies, and fiscal responsibility. Even prior to the Rotherham inquiry, Alexis has had an illustrious career with 30 years' experience working in local government, including the roles of Director of Social Work and Housing, President of the National Association of Directors of Social Work, and the European Network of Statutory Social Care Professionals. Following this, Alexis became the Chief Executive of a new national inspection agency for social work services and was then invited by ministers to become the Chief Social Work Advisor to the Scottish Government. Alexis has always guarded her independence, and while she delivered absolutely on her government-given remit, she was never afraid to challenge ministers and senior civil servants when necessary. In her National Inspection Agency Chief Executive role, this was tested early on when she came under extreme pressure to take a course of action that she rightly, I have to say, disagreed with. She made it clear to ministers that such a course would be a resignation issue, and prevailed. She became highly regarded by ministers and politicians of all parties, locally and nationally, and had their confidence while also holding the confidence of victims and service users. It won't surprise you then that as a leader, she valued her staff and brought out the best in people. Alexis is also highly regarded by her colleagues in the public and private sector for her evidence-based approach and her use of data to analyze performance. Alexis' leadership in this way echoes our Strathclyde approach to being a place of useful learning, embodied by Alexis' application of evidence to promote transformative change. Now an international citizen in many ways, Alexis' expertise is in demand as she finds herself traveling from as close by as London and Northern Ireland to as far afield as Hong Kong Harbour. Now, while I've painted a picture of Alexis as a formidable leader, please don't presume that it follows that she will be dour, earnest, and dull, because Alexis has a great sense of humor and is always quick to laugh. In fact, when last year the media were queuing for interview after interview, she observed ruefully that the interviewers only ever wanted to take photos of her looking very serious. Of course, this is understandable given the topic being covered, but her remark, I think, reflects her bright spirit, her easy smile, and great sense of fun, which no doubt contribute to her remarkable tenacity. And so, it is with great pleasure, therefore, Professor Hillier, that with the authority of the Senate, I ask you to confer upon Alexis J. the degree of Doctor of the University, honoris causa.
Professor Hillier, Jennifer Davidson, members of court, academics, family and friends, I am deeply honoured that the university has bestowed this award on me, and I am indebted to Jennifer for her very generous comments. I'm particularly pleased that the graduates today are from the Strathclyde Business School, and that is because, as Jennifer pointed out, I have an MBA myself, sadly not from this university and from many years ago, but I do have an awareness of how powerful this learning can be. I can say with confidence that what I learned from the MBA, and I was a middle manager at the time, was more important to me than any other post-qualifying training I received. I learned from those in the private and not-for-profit sectors as they learned from me. I recognised the importance of strategy and planning, and that value for money was not all about cost, but was also about quality, which is so important in the social care market sector where people's lives are at stake. Most importantly, I learned about leadership and its direct relationship to the quality of the service provided. Years later, when I was asked to set up the first inspection regime for social work in Scotland, this was all confirmed from empirical experience. I worked in public services for the entirety of my professional life, over 30 years in local government and then in central government. But since retiring a couple of years ago, I've become a non-executive in a private company with high ambition and commitment to support the most challenging circumstances of children and adults. And I've also taken up trusteeships of 2 major voluntary organisations. So my learning continues. But I want to stress that we must not lose sight of the values of public service. Do we agree what these values are? A straw poll might show up a variety of views. We could talk of impartiality and equity, accountability and trust, probity, and an underlying commitment to meeting needs. But we can all cite examples of where public services have failed, especially when provided by monopolies. They can come across as patronising, defensive and bureaucratic. So there is much to do for us and for Celsus to improve some parts of our public services. You, today's graduates, are the leaders of tomorrow. You will surely have learned about leadership styles and what works. You must be bold and pursue excellence in whatever you do, but you must also be kind, natural, and authentic. It's not original, but the script of your working life is yours to write. Nothing is guaranteed and everything is possible, but you must do it with humanity. Finally, can I say it's been a privilege to chair the Centre for Excellence for Looked After Children in Scotland, a truly dynamic organisation based in this university, where innovation and forward thinking are so fully encouraged. I gratefully accept this award and wish all of you here well for the future. Thank you.
I now ask Vice Dean of the Strathclyde Business School, Helen Gould, to present these students for graduation.
Executive Dean, in the name of the University and by the authority of Senate, I present to you these students. For the degree of Master of Business Administration, Christy Lynn Abel. Andrew Barry. Tarun Bajaj. Kartikeyan Balal Singham. Vinny Bangalore Chandrasekhar. Laura Joy Bean. Wesley Beard. Rafael Begido. Nikolai Bernhardt. Bardwaj Kushal. Unku Afik bin Unku Farid. William Robert Black. Scott Michael Bohenick. Michelle Andrea Borland. Mark John Bowen. Lainey Walbridge Brown. Gordon Campbell Bullock. David Allen Campbell. Maria Casares. Louise Manying Chan. Chong V. Ron. Julia Elena Corvalan Ferrario. Maria de la Fuente. Diana Desai. Diego Sanchez Rodriguez. Manuel Esteso Garcia. Roberto Fernandez Albendia. James Scott Finley. Francisco Javier Gutierrez Castellanos. Mohammed Mahmoud Ahmed Abdullah Mohammed Hassan. Scott Hewitt Gudgeon. Pablo Iglesias. Mikel Erizar. Alison Mary Jameson. Sumit Jindal. Karen Jones. Spiro Kides. Natalie Alexandra Kruger. Hu Min Lu. David McMenamin. Mark Orlando Marini. Marco Mazimetti. Sami Youssef Farag Mekel. Eduardo Ryan Muria. Erika Ka Yi Ng. Scott Alexander Nichol. Ojisola Ogunsuliri. Roland Uwaida. Alexios Papachronopoulos. Ernesto Paria. Owen David Patterson. Gareth Derek William Piggott. Rafael Adobes Golfi. Sarah Rollison. Javier Sala Penalva. Priyanka Sen. George Steele. Helen Jessie Stewart. Daniel Garcia Tamez. Prachi Thakur. Sean George Thomas Tierney. Wang Yi. Rahel Weber. Finley Whitelaw. Wu Hui Zhu. Yao Se Leong. Hans Martin Tsog. Yasmin Majid Mohammed Abd El Hamid. Mohammed Yusuf Abdullah. Mohammed Ibrahim Abu Jafar. Mohammed Hamis Mohammed Al-Adawi. Zakaria Bashir Al-Alarbi. Samira Salem Al-Ameri. Abdul Rahman Mohammed Al-Bassam. Saud Hareb Al-Darmaki. Mahmoud Abbas Al-Hassan. Hamad Fahad Al-Kuab. Tawfiq Musin Mohammed Al-Lawati. Mariam Mohammed Al-Murbati. Hadil Tajuddin Al-Qadi. Ahmed Hamad Hilal Al-Yamadi. Badar Sud Al-Zaidi. Mohammed Ahmed Atawi. Hussein Youssef Atiya. Thiri Ong Tien. Sam Bijal. Amy Jo Catalano. Ian Scott Crawford. Yasan Das. Dana Husseini. Ala Ahmed Dashash. Lynn Dixon. Kapil Dua. Semi El Sharif. Yosra Abubakar El Siddiq. Mariangela Favoretto. Sharon Maureen Forrester. Alyssa Goyette Sikora. Raval Gupta. Maitham Fadel Ahmed Hamad. Mohammed Helmi Hussein. Saadat Kadim. John Mabochi Kamu. Bassam Nedem Kameshki. Ashwin Kumar Kasturi. Alan Keane. Diana Kaig Slayman. Ko Tak Song. Kotzias Nikolaus. She Kwek Zi Wei. Ranjit Kumar. Daniel Lo Chern Wei. Stephen Allen McCulloch. Pedar McLaughlin. Ashraf Mabruk. Siddhartha Malik. Patrick Meyer. Mohammed Shono. Mohammed Sanhat Alo Taibi. Maisad Youssef Morzi. Lina Mahmoud Musli. Raja Guranathan Pandakuti Nadar Karuna Karan. Mayank Kumar Patel. Sonia Paulin. Martin Proven. Michael James Routledge. Mohammed Mamoon Ali Sarkar. Chonghan Siok. Unur Toreki. Evangelos Vatharlis. Monthira Wirushirasak. Mohammed Hisham Yaqub. Zong Chungying Linda. Mohammed Abdullah Al-Bader. Aliyah Abdullah Musa Al-Balushi. Khalid Suleiman Hamyar Al-Nabani. Salah Muhammad Al-Najjar. Hashim Muhammad Al-Sabah. Faisal Yusuf Al-Suwaidi. Thomas Riley Andrews. Adnan Kuri. Sophia Chrissy Muraki. William Peden. Satyajit Ajit Wa. Ning Zhu. For the degree of Master of Science in Business and Management, Mohammed Ramadan Abur Rasaid. Benedict Prashanth Albert. Berenice Ania Garcia. Sneha Sukumar Ayar. Nathan William Bennett. Bryce Boyaval. Anisha Nikash Dumbri. Shanu Garg. Ampin Gupta. Ketkar Salmale Satish. Amrita Kirvur. Alexandra Karetsi. David Kaharski. Amulya Kumar. Prasit Kumar. Manu Kuriala Monsi. Ujwali Madi Raju. Jed Hansen Moore. Shreya Motwani. Siddharthan Natarajan. Christian Natasaputra. Popula Temitopi Grace. Purachet Potiwira Tananond. Naveen Ravi. Ratachet Sain Turdum. Sharste Sonviken. Shriraj Shashi Harun Nayar. Ravi Srinivas. Antrix Tiwari. Benjamin Hamish Fian Willits. Jitsing Yin. Yang Yu. In Management of Information Technology Systems, Zinat Asif. In International Management, Mohammed Kafil Ansari. Anastasia Eleni Avramido. Preksha Bajaj. Sharan Batra. Christopher Bush. Ernesto Carusi. Sushet Chaturvedi. Nikita Chavla. Jaul Maria Corte Real de Matos Rodriguez. Diego Edas Rey. Florian Ernst. Federica Forrest. Patrick Friesha. Obaid Hassan. Kamaldeen Abolanle Ianda. Ishank Juggy. Saloni Katial. Torstein Christensen. Ka Iu Kari Lam. Bavea Malik. Mohammed Haidar Miraj. Iodiji Oluwunmi Olusunkanmi Ologbili. Jinhua Xian. Mariam Rezai. Rafat Sakuja. Ritu Atul Shah. Prachit Sharma. Swati Charma. Vaibhav Kumar Sultania. Ryan Sweeney. Tim Teuscher. Gaurav Tibrival. Nikolaus von Ronna. Ying Wong. Niraj Yadav. Anna Maria Zeaki. Gao Ini.
ladies and gentlemen, colleagues, but most of all, our graduates. It is a real pleasure to welcome you here to the Barony Hall. Rightly, our graduates have been centre stage, and I begin my address today by congratulating you once again on your academic achievements. Your hard work has paid off, and it has now been recognised in front of your families, friends, and the staff who taught and supported you during your time here. Graduation is one of the highlights of the academic year. This is a proud day for you and for all of us who are here in the Barony Hall. Congratulations. In just a few moments' time, you will be asked to join the academic procession as it leaves the Barony Hall. This invitation symbolises the fact that you're no longer students, but full members of the academic community at Strathclyde. It is an important moment for you all. There is something special about being a member of the Strathclyde family, something special about belonging to a community of people who have come together in the pursuit of knowledge and of friendship. I know that the memory of today is something that will stay with you wherever you go and whatever you choose to do in life. We will keep in touch with you through our alumni team, and I would ask you to keep in touch with us. Let us know what you're up to and what you think about what we are doing and what you would like us to do to help future generations of students in the way graduates from previous generations have helped you. As Strathclyde graduates, you possess one of the most valuable assets anyone can have in today's world: knowledge, the ability to absorb knowledge, and the capacity to use it for the good of yourselves, your community, and the wider world. There is an old Chinese proverb that says, "Education is a treasure that will follow its owner everywhere." You have received a great treasure through your master's education here at Strathclyde. Do not underestimate its value and power, and do not forget your responsibility to use it well. You have come from many parts of the world. We have students here from over 36 different countries. We have students from Spain, India, the US, China, Pakistan, Kenya, Nigeria, Brazil, Mexico, Germany, Switzerland, Singapore, Malaysia, Dubai, Abu Dhabi, Bahrain, Oman, Greece, and not to forget the UK. Despite our backgrounds and the paths we have taken to get to where we are today, we are the lucky ones. We are members of a small, educated elite, our minds fine-tuned in the lecture theatre, in our workshops, and in the library. But as Alexis intimated, that distinction brings us no additional rights. We are all members of one common humanity, educated or uneducated, rich or poor. Most of you will leave Glasgow today and return to your own environment, your community, and your job, wherever that may be in the world. When you're back home in your own country, I ask you to remember that education does not confer extra rights. In fact, the opportunity education gives each of us carries with it a duty to use what we have learned wisely and for the good of others. You are now graduates of the University of Strathclyde. And as a Strathclyder, you join a community of graduates who have contributed to society in an impactful way. As Strathclyders, we have only to look to the achievements of those who have gone before us for inspiration. To Professor John Anderson, our founder, who established this university over 200 years ago for the good of mankind. To George Birkbeck, who introduced free classes on mechanics for Glasgow's tradesmen. To the world's first oilman, James Paraffin Young. To the missionary and explorer, David Livingstone, who was a student at our university. To John Logie Baird and Lord Reef, whose work in television brought us visual marvels that they could hardly have dreamed of. And in the present day, we look to Dame Elise Angelini, a pioneer in Scottish justice, as the country's first female Solicitor General, and later its first female Lord Advocate. And to Sir Tom Hunter, one of the most successful entrepreneurs in Scottish history, and a philanthropist who has used his wealth to the great benefit of others around the world. You're now part of our community, and I hope that in a future graduation, the presiding officer will be presenting your name as one of our distinguished alumni. You're master students from different cultures and societies. Irrespective of your specific life journey, I'm sure you will have been given lots of advice on how to make the best of your lives. Some of you will rightly ignore, some will stick with you, but most of you will have learned for yourself. Now, as the presiding officer at today's graduation, I have the privilege of being able to give you some of my own advice. There's a Spanish saying in honour of our Spanish graduates here in the Iberdrola MBA. No dejes para mañana lo que puedes hacer hoy. Don't wait for tomorrow to do something you can do today. And there's a Scottish saying, don't judge each day by the harvest you reap, but by the seeds that you plant. As a member of this Strathclyde community, I adjure you, be bold, be ambitious, be innovative, be collaborative, but above all, keep the dignity of the people that you deal with in mind. To reach this point in your lives today, each of you will have travelled a different journey. For some, the path will have been relatively easy. For others, it will be more difficult. But I'm certain of one thing. None of you would be here without the active support of your family and friends. They have picked you up when you've been down and encouraged you when you needed it. Some of you have undertook your studies part-time while holding full-time jobs. Others have given up your career for 1 year to fully devote yourself to your studies. In each path to today's graduation, you will have had hurdles to jump and sometimes serious challenges to overcome. The people who are here today, who have travelled, and in some cases thousands of miles, are celebrating because you carry with you their hopes and dreams, their confidence that you can make this a better world. For the past 40 minutes or so, their applause has rung in your ears as you have crossed this stage to be capped by myself. So in honour of our friends and family who are here today, I'd invite our graduates of 2015 to show your appreciation for the support of your family and friends today. I touched earlier on some of the key figures who have helped the University of Strathclyde. You can tell a lot about the values of an organisation by looking at its roots. Strathclyde traces its lineage back to 1796, when Professor John Anderson brought it into being, the only Scottish university founded in the Enlightenment. And it embodied Enlightenment principles of reason, tolerance, and equality. The same principles that we have today at this university. Anderson believed in useful learning, and his commitment to take knowledge and use it for the greater good is the motivating force which gives Strathclyde its momentum today. Indeed, it was our demonstration of that commitment which helped us win the title of Times Higher Entrepreneurial University of the Year in 2013, the UK University of the Year in 2012, and the nomination for 2015 Business School of the Year. The awards will be announced later this month. Today's graduation involves a number of different master's programmes that are delivered in the business school and the university. We have the Masters of Business and Management, the Masters of International Management, the Masters of Information Technology Systems, and finally the Masters of Business Administration, or MBA. We are particularly proud to celebrate the graduation of our first cohort of our Iberdrola MBA, a truly innovative and international collaboration between Strathclyde, Iberdrola, it's one of the world's largest energy companies, and Comillas Pontifical University in Madrid, ICADE, the business school, and ICAE, the Faculty of Engineering. And it is in that spirit that I welcome our partners from these institutions today. Our collaboration with Iberdrola, ICADE, and ICAE is a tangible illustration of what it means to be a business school in an international technological university. And it captures the business school's impactful engagement with society that is not solely confined within the constraints of a management or business paradigm, but it spans all areas of our university through humanities, science, and engineering. It is this ethos and ambition that makes Strathclyde truly distinctive and special. We also have here today our partners from our international centres throughout the world, from Hong Kong, from Switzerland, from Greece, from Bahrain, Abu Dhabi, Oman, from Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia, and from Singapore. And our students here have graduated from those centres, and they've travelled from all those parts of the world to come here to Glasgow today. Yet another sign of the real distinctiveness of the University of Strathclyde and its business school. This distinctiveness can be seen throughout the university, and most particularly in our £89 million Technology and Innovation Centre, which was formally opened this year by Her Majesty the Queen, and is already transforming the way academics collaborate with business, industry, and the public sector. The Technology and Innovation Centre is a tangible sign of the university's commitment to world-class research and ensuring outcomes that have maximum benefit to society and the economy. These are just a couple of examples from across the university, but for these two, I could give you another 200 examples of academics taking new knowledge and using it to solve problems in industry, in the classroom, and in boardrooms. But a university is nothing without its students, its academics, and our teaching and research. This has been a year to celebrate for the faculty, and I will only pick out a few achievements. The university made significant progress in the government-led Research Excellence Framework that measures the quality of research in higher education institutions. Strathclyde Business School was ranked first in the UK for our research environment, joint third in the UK for the impact of our research in industry, and sixth in the UK for our research intensity. Our Department of Accounting and Finance was ranked first in the UK in the Complete University Guides rankings, and the business school also secured top 10 rankings in marketing, hospitality, and business and management studies. Rebecca Pick, a business enterprise student, won investment of just under £100,000 this year from Gabriel Investments to help her own business idea that was generated within Strathclyde, Pick Protection, and she also won the top prize for undergraduates in Santander Bank's University's Entrepreneurship Award Scheme. Another group of our students have developed an environmentally friendly business idea to turn used coffee grounds into fertiliser. This group in the last year has won the Founder Prize from the Neely Entrepreneurship Centre at Texas Christian University, the Strathclyde Outstanding Student Project Award, and the Young Innovators Challenge. And like many student-led businesses, with support from the wider Strathclyde entrepreneurial ecosystem, our students are taking their idea forward to launch, and they're based in the Strathclyde Enterprise Hub. The latest Financial Times ranking sees Strathclyde Business School's Executive MBA programme ranked globally at 50th in the world, rising 14 places from last year. This annual ranking of our international MBA places us in the top 10 of the UK schools ranked. The Economist magazine ranked our full-time MBA as 48th in the world. The Financial Times ranked our management programmes, that's a Masters in International Management and Masters in Business and Management, in the top 5 programmes of its kind in the UK. Our MSc Global Energy Management student Olivia McGregor was awarded a Scottish Power Iberdrola Foundation Scholarship, one of 6 awarded to Strathclyde. And recent graduate Jennifer Hope started up the Wee House Company, and she was named this year the Young Inspiring Businesswoman of the Year at the Association of Scottish Businesswomen Awards 2015. Another testament to Strathclyde's entrepreneurial ecosystem. So this is just a snapshot of achievements that relate specifically to the programmes which are graduating today, and they represent only a subset of all we have achieved in the faculty and the university. This is why our graduates are so highly prized by businesses, and this is why world-class companies such as Iberdrola, Weir Group, Babcock, Rolls-Royce, William Grant, SSC and Santander, among others, are working with Strathclyde, with our courses and our students. Regardless of their discipline, our students learn how to be innovative, enterprising and creative. Countless firms and managers have told us that Strathclyde students make a difference when they go into the workplace. I know that you, our class of 2015, will demonstrate the power of useful learning. I know that you will make your dreams a reality, and I know that you will carry out the Strathclyde ethos of improving society for the good of all and make a difference to the world in which we all live. Thank you. So now we are at the end of our congregation, and I've been told that unfortunately the weather is not good enough for us to undertake a full academic procession to the Lord Todd, which is about 200 metres to the right of the Barony Hall. So if I ask you now to be please upstanding, I'm going to invite our graduates to join the academic procession. If family and friends, please stay behind until the academic procession has left, and if you could join us in the Lord Todd for refreshments immediately afterwards. So I now declare this congregation for the conferment of degrees closed. Thank you very much.